Love AI. Love AI. Love AI.
Let's go!
Yeah. Heard they got a global gold coin, talking like it's straight from the mine. Larry Lane flashing little charts, but the numbers never line with the lines. Got a crate full of brothers in the chat room. By the dip next moon, get rich soon. Copy paste scripts, all caps in the group. Every lie feels slick, smells sick in the room. Twins standing right by him, echo every promise. Two mirrors, one con, both pockets the fattest. Robin Noble in the back with the briefcase, smile on his face, keep receipts in the briefcase. They say back by gold, I say back by. Show the vault, show the bar, show the truck. Ain't a nugget in sight, just a PDF bluff. Screenshot, smoke screen, suckers luck. Global gold, it ain't gold. It's just talk, just hype, just cold. Larry Lane and his twin, that's a scheme. Robin Noble in the cut, that's the team. Read the naysayers, speak that truth. Tear through the tails, through the proof. Hey, you can keep your lies, keep your spin. Hey, we ain't buying in, we ain't buying in. Hey. They love a desperate man with a light bill due. Double up, triple up, this right here for you. DMs flooding with the same little slogan. Early in the project, that's how doors open. But every well they show is a stock photo. Every vault they show is a crop logo. I see fear in the front, greed in the pitch. They got scripts for the poor, yachts for the rich. So we screenshot chat, save files, track trails. Follow every wallet, watch them cash out bail. PR posts, they ignore all the haters. That's us in the comments, dropping raw calculators. Check the ledger, where the metal, where the mine at. They blocked and brag, look, we don't mind that. Cool, but the truth don't mute. We outside with a megaphone blue. Gold, it ain't gold. It's just talk, just hype, just cold. Larry Lane and his twin, that's a scheme. Robin Noble in the cut, that's the team. We the naysayers, speak that truth. Tear through the tails, through the proof. You can keep your lies, keep your spin. We ain't buying in, we ain't buying in. You can sell that script to a stranger, but not to us, we sense danger. We the ones posting links, dropping facts. We the ones saying run no stats. Every lie got a time, got an end date. Every scam got a trail, got a mistake. When it all falls, when the story get thin, we'll be right here saying told you then. Global gold, it ain't gold. It's just talk, just hype, just cold. Larry Lane and his twin, that's a scheme. Robin Noble in the cut, that's the team. We the naysayers, speak that truth. Tear through the tails, through the proof. You can keep your lies, keep your spin. We ain't buying in, we ain't buying in.
Candid camera right now.
Camera. We love candid camera.
This their money, they bought their mom a car. I think that's really great.
We would love to thank you because for you being on television, being such a positive role model.
The clone.
Just do it.
At this moment, they are simultaneously experiencing the exact same emotion.
Same person just split into two people. Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello everyone. How are you all doing? I hope that you are all doing very, very, very good and that you can hear me. I didn't check my sound. That's my fault. I always forget. But I hope that you're all doing very, 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 very well today. That you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And that you are ready to get into some fuckery. I don't know what to call it. Where do I send my 30K? Exactly. I'll tell you, don't worry. And Joe, is that your address? Don't dox yourself. Pig hand wavings, yes. So today I would like to talk about GGC and GGMC. And you might be like, what the hell is going on? I've never heard of these things before, but you have. 1 second, this is going to actually, hold on, I got to get rid of this. There we go. You have heard of it before. So I just need to briefly touch on something before we get into our video reaction here. And that is an article that's linked down below, because GGC and GGMC, let me just explain to you what it is, all right? So that you understand what we are doing here. So, Global Gold Mining Corporation. All right, let's just get into what that is first. It was founded in 2023. The GGMC is presented as the Real World Asset Company. It has a board of directors, officers, and an advisory board that includes Larry and his brother Gary Lane. GGMC is framed as the mining arm. They do mining, gold mining, crypto mining, all the mining. The entity that supposedly owns or will acquire the gold assets that will back the coin. We'll get into that. Hold that thought. Founded in 2025, GGC, which I've been calling it only GGC this whole time because it's shorter to say. So we'll probably be referring to it as GGC mainly. But it was founded in 2025. GGC is the digital asset, the cryptocurrency sold to recruits in the MLM scheme. The whole thing's an MLM scheme, and the investors. It's marketed as gold-backed. Again, hold that thought. Compliant and tied to real-world value. Okay, they're like, we have a vault. It's so silly. They claim that they have a vault that that is full of fancy artwork and other fancy things. I feel like I'm so far away. And then my other camera that I have now is too close. I can't win. So, GGC, the crypto. The GGC digital asset is actually not backed by actual gold reserves at this time. And you're probably saying, Queen, how the fuck do you know that? You don't know anything, you silly bitch. And I would say, well, I did my research. What happened is at the beginning of February here, they went live. Hold on, what was the date? Was it February? I don't know if I have the actual date. I think it was on the 26th. They went live, okay? And they introduced a man named Tony Drexel Smith to this company. Now, he runs a third entity, all right, a third company now. So those two companies, they're like GGMC, GGC, they were already there. They're the scam. And now a third company has come in, and it is called Micro Venture Capital Fund. Okay, remember, these are already funded and they have a vault and everything's fine. Buy in today. Send your $30,000. This one is managed by Tony Drexel Smith. I say managed because Tony is a guy that basically manages a whole bunch of MLM companies. He's a consultant, and he goes in there and he basically teaches them how to look legal, how to write up their documents, their training materials, and stay on board, you know? So this is actually the financial pipeline that is connecting investors to GGMC, okay? And they did this amazing presentation together, this fabulous presentation that I have it linked right here.
We did a little meeting over there. They were like, you guys are buying this place? Yes. Can we do our trainings here? Or we don't need this. This room right here could be done there.
There he is.
No reason to pay the M. We got our own place. In the club.
He's just marching across that stage like he owns the thing.
Company. This public company is
right?
going through a transition right now. We've been doing due diligence on buying this public company for almost 2 years.
So I'm going to try to fix the audio and do a video reaction to that in future. But watch the video. And I noticed that he was saying a lot of things that were kind of worrisome. I was also reading through the transcript. And then Jelly Snack sent me in this investor deck, which is basically the presentation that he did. And it's the entire presentation, all 25 pages. So I have gone through the entire thing. Okay. And the language is that GGMC needs this money. Not that they have it. GGMC needs assets. Not that they have them already. All right. And the most important part of this entire document that you're going to have to know about in order to understand why I'm so pissy about this right now. Shocking presentation, right? It was quite boring. But I still want to go through, fix the sound, and then clip any of the good parts because it will be a lot better than me just like reading to you guys the whole presentation. You'll hate me if I do that. But this part is very important. As you can see, it's their disclosure. And it says this presentation is for informational purposes only, da-da-da-da-da-da. But they bring up Rule 506C of Regulation D of the Securities Act of 1933, which is basically like the We Don't Have to Register Act. And again, I'll explain that more in future. So it just goes to show he looks for loopholes basically to legalize these startup companies. That's what this guy does, Tony. So micro venture capital fund convertible note carries investment risk. Awesome. Past performance is not indicative of future results. But the best part, the most favorite part, all right, this part right here. It needs 2.2. I know, I'm like, for what? What do you need that money for? That's a lot of money. For what? What are we doing here? I thought it was already backed by gold, right? Good evening. But as you'll see, it actually says Global Gold Coin, GGC, is a digital asset that is not registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The GGC digital asset is not, in capital letters, backed by actual gold reserves at this time. We've just spent a few months watching them do presentation after presentation about how these were backed by gold. We literally just spent months watching them do these presentations. They've been doing them since late 2025. Like, what do you mean? They're not backed by gold. So Tony claims to be like a business financial consultant. And he also claims to be someone, like I said, that kind of teaches them how to stay above board. And one of the things that he'll do is he'll go through the company and everything about it and figure out what the company needs for investors. And that's kind of what this presentation was. So I just found it fascinating that they admit that it's not backed by actual gold reserves at this time. But they basically have Tony in this thing now to legitimize it. This is Tony. Tony has quite a list of MLMs and other startup companies. But then there was also several I couldn't find. Like, they don't exist anywhere. They don't exist anywhere in the entire world. And in my article, I break down a little bit about what's what. And don't worry, I have a full list of everything there. But I just found that fascinating, you know? So Tony presents himself as a numbers guy. He actually says, I'm a numbers guy. So he is co-branding investor materials, raising capital, funneling money into GGMC, offering token bonuses, using urgency-driven tactics, acknowledging the coin is not backed, and presenting a padded portfolio as diversification. But all of this stuff is not legitimacy. The deck reveals there's no audited gold reserves, no verified mining rights, no regulatory filings for the token, no sustainable revenue model, no independent due diligence, no transparency in the portfolio, and no separation between the fund and the scheme. So GGMC is the corporate structure, GGC is the product, MVCF and Tony is the pipeline, Tony is the credibility bridge, and the Lane brothers are the promoters. And that brings me to what we're going to talk about now. Because investors are the fuel. And if I were you, I wouldn't invest in this company at all. Just don't do it. Let's get into this presentation. This is a Larry Lane GGC presentation. Global Gold Mining Corp. Inc. and Global Gold LLC. It's just weird to have like two separate ones like that, I think, again, to legitimize them.
Great to see you folks here. It is 8 o'clock on the dot, guys, and we're all very busy, so we're going to get started right away, folks. Welcome to a Wednesday night, guys. Wednesday night GGC team meeting.
Woo!
Aqua Blue Ocean, guys. Global Millionaire Movement.
And this is their one from yesterday, I believe. It was just posted up yesterday.
Team. And I'm very excited, folks, because
I'm going to eat my dinner for the beginning of this. I'll be right back. I find it rude to eat on camera.
I have my sponsor, Larry Lane, here with us, and I'll just be bringing him on shortly, guys. And what's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, Miles, good. Glad to be back from Vegas. Back to work.
Yeah, back to work. I know. We weren't even sure we were going to make it back with that snowstorm. By the grace of God, you know, my beautiful wife Sonia and I, we made it back. And, you know, Larry, when I got back, I said to myself, I'm going to take a little break. I think I need it. That didn't happen. So, you know, what are you going to do?
I was still working on my birthday. I didn't get a break either.
Yeah, by the way, I already wished you a happy birthday, but happy birthday again to you and Gary. Okay.
The twin. I've never had my single birthday. I always have to share it, but it's all good.
That's a blessing. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's a blessing. That's true.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make it official. It is February.
What was that?
20.
Why do you sound so bitter about that? I'm sorry, Larry. Maybe next year for your birthday celebration, we'll only pick on you.
5th. This is our GGC GMM team meeting. And folks, again, as you know, I don't have to tell you, we're all busy. You're busy. Okay, so you can imagine how busy Larry Lane is. So for him to come here, guys, we really appreciate it. Yes, he's my sponsor, but still, you know, he's busy, just like I am. And the reason, folks, I wanted to have this meeting, again, this is not a meeting to give you a review over the weekend. It's not. Number one, you really should have been there. Number two, I videotaped everything, and I'm in the process of editing that stuff because that's just the way I like to do it. I like to edit stuff. So when that's done, you folks will get access to it. I know Larry has already posted some snippets in his Telegram group, so all good. So with that said, folks, let's do it this way. It's going to be, well, I'm going to let Larry.
It's true. It's true, Joe. I know. I was a little upset because I was already thinking of that.
Speak if he has something off the cuff that he wants to share with you. If not, what I will do is have you folks, and folks, you can start doing this now. Start dropping your questions in the chat. I'm monitoring the chat. Don't open your mics. We'll open them if needed. Start dropping them in the chat. I don't think you folks really have a lot of questions. I know your number one question. I already know what it is, guys. The $1 million question. But like I said, drop it in the chat. We will address each one. Okay, with that said, Larry, do you have anything you want to share with all of us before I start feeding questions?
Yeah, Miles, just really, really excited, coming out of Vegas, learning a lot of the new things. I've got my teams are so excited about the new training packages that are coming. We know that in March, our exchange is going to go live. So we've got that coming. We know right after that in April, we're going to be hitting Binance. So I actually got to talk to Seth when the guys were in New York City with Seth. I mean, this guy is absolutely the real deal. I had a short call today with Gary Kramer. We've just added $2.7 billion behind the $1.2 billion. So it just gets more and more and more real every time we add more assets. And at the end of the day, that's the magic formula that nobody else has. I mean, me, Gary, and Keith are literally going to South Africa in April for 2 weeks. The big meeting on Saturday is going to have like 3,000 or 4,000 people, but we're going to go with the Prince and the Queen to tour their diamond mines, which they actually want to add in and back the GGC coins with. So you think about it adding eventually 20 billion in assets, 50 billion in assets, 100 billion in assets. Where does that put our coin? Nobody else is really successfully doing what we're doing. Everybody says, oh, my coin's backed by this and this and this. I've seen the documented proof. I've seen the proof of the 1.2 billion. I've seen the documents. Tony from Finfire was talking about actually going to that vault for 5 days and actually doing the inventory on all of that gold that is now backing GGC. This is a massive real deal. I can't, this is probably going to be the biggest project that I've ever gone back to people and actually said, wow, I told you so. And I've got a list of the I told you so people because I definitely told them so and they didn't listen to me. So, but I'm here. Any questions, anything you need. And like I said, I'm so happy with our board of directors. I'm happy with the direction, the company's going. And I can only imagine what the rest of 2026 is going to look like for everybody on this Zoom. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I've been telling my team members from day one that this is going to be the year of breakthrough, where they will really break through financially. And, once you break through financially, I think you can break through physically, spiritually. Last time I checked, in this country, medical costs, is extremely high. Like, folks, everything you do, it takes money, whether you want to buy better food for your health. Everything is expensive, folks. You all know. So I'm going to answer, looking at the questions here, we're going to answer those for you folks. But one of the questions I can kind of answer right now, okay? Everyone is in the loop that
it's like, yeah, we know things are expensive. That's why we don't think you should be scamming people or asking them to put $30,000 into this not backed by gold coin.
Our exchange, we're going to separate the two. We have our GGC exchange and then we have Binance. Okay, this is what we've been told. Our exchange will be going live in March. Okay, now the next question people will have is, okay, well, Miles, can you give me a date? March 15th, March 20th, or can you give me a range, like within that week? Well, the answer is, folks, to be very honest and transparent with you, I can't at this point. I've been told first or second week of March. So let me talk to Larry. Larry, is that what you've been told as well?
I've been told by a professor and the board members plan mid-March. It could be a little bit before, it could be a little bit after, but I'm kind of planning my teams around the mid-March as early Christmas.
Okay. All right. So fair enough, guys. So guys, that's the answer. We don't have an actual date for you because you got to remember, folks, like what's
I'm so fed up of these MLM companies that are like, we'll launch on this. Actually, we don't have a date. You should join. You should send us money and buy our stuff, but we don't have a date for our actual launch.
What's going on here? It's no different from if we were like a tech company, which we're not, and we were building software or something like that. We may say March 20th, but things happen. Remember, guys, the exchange. It is, a technical thing. It is a piece of software, so just go by that range that you heard Larry say. I would tell people, I'm telling all of you, I would say by March 31st. Seriously, I would be just way on the conservative end. I'm just telling you, like, for example, I know many of you have taken loans. Okay, maybe you're working with a partner. Okay, I would tell my partner or my lender, okay, I should be able to do blank by March 31st. That's what I would do. I mean, you can use the time frame that Larry just gave you. Okay, but I'm saying if it was me, I would say, well, by March 31st. That's what I would do. Okay, so Charles called. Charles says, when will the exchange be going live in March? Will it be early March or middle March? We just answered that. Okay. Mohammed. What's up, Mohammed? Mohammed says, will the listing be on both Binance and Binance US exchanges? I don't know. I'm assuming Binance US. What's your thoughts on that, Larry?
I know Gary Kramer, and I know you had a great dinner with Mark Guess, and Mark is the Binance crypto guy. I mean, he's one of our board members, and Mark has said it should be listed on both. He's going to finalize on that. So Seth out of New York, this is part of his contract to get us on Binance. So Mark assumes.
Okay, we have Tony. Tony says he's also a numbers guy. So. I mean, they all say that they're numbers guys, but Tony especially is like, I'm a numbers guy, just like Patrick David.
Both. So we would hit both.
Yeah, and I would think we would need to because, for example, the U.S. people, we're only able to use the U.S. Binance exchange, which I have an account in Binance I've been using for years. But international folks, they don't have, they wouldn't need to use that. So we would need both. But at the same time, folks, we'll make sure we clarify that for you. Okay? So,
yes.
Okay. Yep. Oscar. What's up, Oscar? Oscar says, is the new 2.7 billion backup in gold or other real world assets? I know you just mentioned that, Larry. Was that gold bullion?
Gary, yeah, they're going to be releasing that. They're going to do a press release with it for everybody to send out. So he's going to be going over that probably within the next 7 days. It's got to be finalized. They just want to get everything locked in and contracted like we did with the 1.2 billion.
Okay. And just so you folks know, those questions that, we're not able to give you a definite answer, I'm making note of those. And we will get back to you with something concrete. So, okay, Everett Smith. What's up, Everett? Will our individual sites have the same options discussed in December as a CRM and marketing section? That I'm not sure of, Everett.
So this is the other thing.
Why are you doing a question and answer session right now if you're not sure of any of the answers? That's my question.
It's taken us a little bit longer to open the exchange. So what we are going to have, there's really going to be the team that you're building. We are going to be in the...
Larry knows like a lot about this, eh? Like, I know he's on the board and everything, but I'm still kind of like, can we trust what Larry's saying about it then?
Exchange. So when the exchange goes live, that downline is going to pay you the 3 levels, the 10%, the 5%, the 3%. That downline in the exchange is also going to start to pay you.
Right? It's exactly like Rez, where it's like they ask a question and I don't know the answer to that. I'll have to look into that actually. Oh, I don't know the answer to that one either. I'll look into it. And it's like, why are we here? Why are you wasting all of our time?
The 7 levels of exchange fees. But what we're doing is we are actually mirroring the team. So it will also be in the MLM section or the MLM portion, which now will have the new training packages.
Why are we MLM? The ML, no, like it is an MLM. No quotations, nothing. Put them down. Like it is MLM. We don't MLM. What's that?
training packages will now have the coins attached to them. So you're really going to have your same team in the exchange and your same team in the MLM, and we'll be getting checks from both. That's a little bit of the complicated part that's extended us a couple of weeks, but who doesn't want 2 checks over 1?
See, so it's run as 2 different entities, and one does the mining and the other does the coin, basically. But the coin is backed by the mining, and then they also need at least $5 million before they can start it up.
So
Of course.
worth the wait.
Yeah, we're willing to be a little patient for better things. Okay. Shaquan, I'm going to read his question, but I'll just...
That MLM is technically not a real thing. I don't think he meant to do that. Like, for him, though, it's like, dude, but it is an MLM. It's almost like he's trying to, separate himself from the MLM by being like, MLM? I'm not falling for that, Larry. I've been here for too long.
Tell you right off the bat. Shaquan, if I had a crystal ball, I could tell you. So Shaquan says, do you have an idea on the projected coin value by December? I do myself, but I really shouldn't say because it's just my opinion. So don't really know, brother. I mean, could be 1,000.
I don't know.
2,000. So
I don't know.
Okay, Mohammed, can the purchase coins be sold at the prevailing GGC coin price at that time? I'm going to answer that question, and then I'm going to let Larry answer. We'll compare notes. Okay, so because we would...
So we either get no answer or we get 2 answers, I guess. Does that work? There's gold in them there hills, or is it at the end of the rainbow? Probably both if you were to ask these guys. I don't know if you were here for it, but at the beginning of this stream, I showed you where in their presentation materials that they did just recently here, that it was literally fucking not backed by gold. They're like, it's not backed by gold at all. Not at all.
Be using an exchange. And in my opinion, the GGC exchange is no different from any other exchange. It's another exchange. In my opinion, it will be the best one. Everyone should use it.
Like,
but it's an exchange.
I'm kind of like, now there's a diamond mine. Where did that come from? I don't remember them ever mentioning that until recently. Maybe it can't be backed by the gold, so they're trying to find something else now.
Exchange. So if you are selling coins or swapping on an exchange,
and how do you know what ones are backed by the gold and what ones are backed by the diamonds and what ones are backed by the assets? You're
going to do your sale or your swap at the price of the token that day. So yeah, in my opinion, unless GGC has some special type of exchange I'm not aware of, if I bought coins for $1.50.
Yeah. Nobody asked for your opinion, Mr. Brecca Minion. This worries me. You're a part of this, sir. Yes, there's a few people that are a part of this that I would worry about. Larry being one. Robin Noble from On Passive.
And I'm selling or swapping that coin on the exchange, and the market price that day is $100, just like if I was selling Bitcoin or swapping Bitcoin. That's what I would be able to sell it for. And by the way, also, kind of using, that's a great question, Mohammed, but just kind of using logic. On the GGC exchange, like I like Bitcoin, that's no secret. If I decided to swap to Bitcoin, well, whatever the price is of Bitcoin that day, which it'll probably be back to 100,000. Okay, well, I'm using the real price of Bitcoin. In other words, I'm getting the Bitcoin price that day. Therefore, I would need to be balancing that with the GGC price that day. So it would have to be the price of the token that day. Do you agree, Larry, what I just said?
Yeah,
No!
absolutely. And the other thing too is once we get the exchange live, it's going to pretty much be a 1-to-1. So
They're doing this weird thing where they're like, they're not connected, but they are connected. You know what I mean? Like they're connected and they work together, these two companies, when they want them to, but then they're two separate entities when they need them to be as well. It's weird. I don't know what he's talking about. Then you have to make sure why. I hope that Larry explains this.
if you go in and buy 10 tokens, you're going to get 10 tokens. So there won't be any multipliers or anything like that. But yeah, absolutely. And I will say too that I don't know if this question was asked, but there is going to come a point with Seth where Seth is going to offer to everybody that's purchased coins, there will be a buyback option. I don't know if that'll be $50. I don't know if that'll be $100. But really, you know, Seth knows when we hit Binance, the coins are going to go through the roof because there's going to be tens of millions of people that are now looking for GGC. So he wants to have as many GGC in his wallet as possible. So people that do need the money or want to sell, there is going to be a buyback coming before we hit Binance, and people have to choose if they want to hold their coins or sell them or sell some of them. So that is coming because he wants to have as many GGC in his wallet. Remember, Seth also has tens of thousands of millionaires and billionaires. So when he's ready to really put,
you guys better start mining if you're going to be handing out 10 coins when someone buys 10 coins. Like, and then they're asking people to invest millions of dollars into this. Like, none of this makes sense for a business financially.
push GGC, he's going to go out to his whole portfolio. And let's say he's got billions of coins, whatever he may have, who knows, that is going to push his coins through the roof as well. So he,
I mean, I hope that they know, even though the exchange isn't live yet.
Owns a lot of them. So
awesome. So Dr. Anose had the same question. When the exchange go live, we'll be able to sell using current market. Yes, so Dr. Anose had the same question. Okay, let's move on to Charles Cook. Will we be borrowing against the coins feature by going live with the exchange in March or at a later date? Charles, I would say at a later date. I know that's been mentioned a number of times. I definitely don't have a time frame or anything like that. I don't know if they maybe I would not think that they would do away with that option that's been mentioned before, that in the future you'd be able to borrow against what you have, but I definitely don't know of a timeline. Do you, Larry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know there's two things in the works, and it's definitely going to be after exchange and probably after Binance. So the two things are, they are going to.
Hey, can we bring on the person that's going to actually answer the questions?
Partner with the bank or either purchase a bank where you will have like a Visa and MasterCard that will be attached to your coin balance.
Larry was a Transact card. We don't need this, Larry. Larry, don't do this. Stop, okay? Stop trying to turn every MLM that you join into Transact card and Finmore and shit. Let it go, Larry. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Just please.
Just remember, when you're using that feature and you're using the coins at the gas station, whatever, you're going to be depleting your coin value because you're actually charging against it. As far as the loan, which Gary Kramer is still working on that program, he's the financial board member. He's got the hedge fund, so he will be utilizing the hedge fund because remember, we've got real world assets backing your GGC coins. You would be able to borrow against those. Your coins stay there, but you have every single month you have that low interest loan payment. The great thing about that is, just like the exchange, Miles, you said, GGC is going to be one of the best exchanges. It absolutely is. And when people in Binance and Kraken and Coinbase realize that, hey, over on the GGC, I'm going to get started with them. I want to use that exchange because I get 7 levels of exchange fees. They're going to be able to do that. But, the same thing I was just saying.
He is obsessed with the 7-level exchange fees. Just obsessed. Because apparently you don't have to do that here. Millions of millionaires, right? Ronaldo is a Binance and Herbalife puppet. They've got a Breca puppet, Transact card. None of this should be trusted. Don't join. Run far away. That's what I've been saying. That's what I mean. This has all the red flags all together. Basically, the people that we've been following who are eating up, well, the unpassive people are now people that have left things like Transact Card, Hyperverse, Spin More. And I'm like, yeah, these guys might be just as bad as Ash Mufara. Maybe worse. Maybe worse.
Against your loan payments are going to actually be paid through the exchange. So if you had 100 people under you that took out a loan.
I don't understand. Like, what is the thing about the debit card? Like, is it just because then technically you would have to be a financial institution? But then you would have to register, wouldn't you, with the SEC in order to do that? So I'm a little bit confused as to why they always want a debit card now. Like, it doesn't legitimize it that much. Seems like it's a lot of headache for them, I mean. Oh no, what happened? My whole system just fell down. Streamers, damn you! Oh no. Oh no, I don't know where I was.
I understand something, folks, from the beginning.
Did you know what? Fucking StreamYard? Calm down. StreamYard's driving me insane. It's driving me insane right now. I might have to switch because, like, every time that they do an update, something messes up. There's a few things that will mess up. Either the sound messes up, so I can't hear the videos I'm playing, or my sound is like completely fucked and it's like buzzing, making crazy noises, like something happens. Or it will just like almost crash on me. That's another thing that it's been doing off and on. My StreamYard is just like, bye. And it like makes my whole computer for a second almost like freeze for a second. Doesn't do it on anything else. Because at first I thought it was my computer. But then I was like, it's only when I'm trying to do stuff in StreamYard, damn it. So it's almost like it crashes. And that's what just happened. So then it kicked me out. And then I have to like refresh my thing. It used to just mess up all the videos, but it's kicked me out the last couple times. I was recording one of the videos that I recently uploaded on StreamYard, and it did it to me. And I had to like re-record a bunch of it.
Beginning, when Professor Roberts was more involved, he explained what we were doing. The reason why we're able to go from $10 to $50 to $100. Because we're not on the exchange as of yet, we control the market. So therefore, we really control the price. So I understand that corporate thinks it's a good idea to have kind of a cooling off period and just kind of remain around that $100, even though we could go higher. Folks, did you catch what I just said? You may not see the price at 150 or 200, but we could go higher. But keeping it at $100, that allows more people to purchase more coins. They don't have to spend $200 a coin. So it's actually a good thing that they're kind of holding the price, although it's really worth more. Okay, for lack of better words. So, okay. All right, so let's get back to these questions. There's Peggy Sherrill. So when the exchange is live, will we or have access for withdrawals by converting GGC to you?
Question, just a little bit into that.
Will we only have access? Okay, I hope I did. If I did not, just drop a question again, like a part 2 or something. But I think I did. Okay, Everett Smith again. Will our site release the phone number in email of our first level and all the people under me totally? I don't know. Do you know that answer, Larry?
I know right now they used to have the phone number, and I really fought for the email. So I know when we do the MLM side, when we have our teams there, kind of like most MLMs, you'll have your level one, their name, their email, their phone number, and all that. I think it's just a little bit different with the exchange. So because the exchange, we've got different programmers and all that. So they've offered the emails. I've been trying to get Professor to give us the phone numbers too. So since there are personals, I mean, I've got 137, and I for sure don't know all of them's phone numbers by heart. So
what you just said, Larry, that makes me feel a little better because you have a huge team, okay? But you have 137 persons. That makes me feel a little better because my team is nowhere near as big as yours. But again, I'm still part of your team, so it's all good. Okay, all right. Oscar, the guy that makes me feel very short. On the exchange, we still only. Will we still be only able to sell the value of the coins we purchase, not the bonus coins? Yes, okay. From my understanding, I don't think the bonus coins are going to come into play with the exchange. From my understanding, it's still going to be the same process that was talked about a couple of months ago, where down the road you would be able to withdraw a fraction of your bonus coins. So let me back up a little bit. So yeah, you would be using the exchange to do that to that extent. I haven't heard Oscar. I haven't heard anything different since then. I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Jose, will there be any difference between the bought coins and gifted coins once we were on the exchange? Yeah, just answer that question just now. Because your purchase coins, you'll be able to do damage with those right away, but the bonus ones will be staggered like down the road because they don't want the whole system to crash and everybody sell everything. So they would be handled differently.
I wouldn't want that.
For right now, folks, guys, I'm not trying to tell you like what to do, but for right now, my focus would be on my purchase coins, and those gifted coins, they're there, they're not going anywhere, they're valuable, but think of that as kind of like a savings fund. Maybe we're helping you because you know.
Are they valuable though if you can't do anything with them? Like if we can't take them out, if we can't sell them, then they're just like, thank you, here's some coins, hold on to them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what does that do?
Withdraw your purchase coins. You may go and, buy a brand new house, 5 cars, and end up broke, and we don't.
That's the thing, though. All these people, whenever they come up with, like, examples of what people are going to do with their big, giant MLM paycheck, it's always like, buy a house, buy a car, buy a boat. They're never like, end world hunger. Just thought I'd point that out.
Want that to happen. But again, it's your money. Okay. Let's see. Calvin. What's up, Calvin? Has there been any further updates on bonus coins and how they will be issued out? Okay, so it just kind of answered that. I don't really have any new information on that. I'm sure.
No, you answered if they would be able to, like, take out the bonus coins. You didn't answer how they would be issued or when or anything like that. That's a different question. Hi, Chris. By a Scrooge McDuck vault. Yeah, apparently, right? It's apparently what we're doing here. Jesus.
Sure, if Larry does, he would, step in and tell you. Okay.
Yeah, and I said, it'll be an available balance. So basically when the exchange goes live, whatever you purchase, that would be kind of like available. And then once we get past that threshold, and I don't know if that'll be 3 months, 6 months or whatever, but it'll be released a percentage every week or every month. And then that'll just kind of go into your available balance when you can do that. And again, that protects us. We don't want whales coming in and buying and crashing our coin and selling tens of millions the very next day. So.
Yeah, I had that happen to me on a different project I was involved with last year, which I won't mention. The project was doing really well. really well. And then these whales came in, and man, they just destroyed everything.
Crashed it.
Yep. Okay, Dragana, once the exchange is live, once it's live, will new people need a link to register, or will they be able to just register on the site like any other exchange? Dragana, I'm assuming just like any other exchange. I don't think it would be different.
How is the coin going up in value before it's live? Anyone?
What do you think, Larry? Would it be any different?
I think the difference is, though, you would still have a link because, again, once we hit Binance, like she said, there could be 1 million users that come in the next week once we hit Binance, but you're only going to get rewarded for the ones that are under you. That's why I keep sending out your referrals are so important right now because once the exchange goes live, whoever's under you is forever attached to you. But we will have a link once the exchange goes live as well to say, hey, join my exchange. We get paid 7 levels. Just start sending out messages like that. And your team gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, there would have to.
But everybody also with Binance, when 1 million people join, that's 1 million people buying the coin. What's that going to do to the coins in your wallet? It's going to push the value up. So the exchange growing under you benefits you 7 levels, but the exchange growing in general benefits you as well because our coins are going up in value.
Yeah, now I was just thinking about what I said, that there would need to be like a separate link for that, because if they just go through the exchange, how are they going to be attached to you? Like there's no way. So there would need to be. Okay. All right. Great questions you guys are asking. Really good questions. You guys have been thinking, haven't you? Okay. All right. So, Mohammed, will the GGC coin be listed on Binance exchanges by April 26th? That's the plan, brother. That's the plan. Yep. That's what corporate has informed us. Thomas Ledford. Happy birthday again, Thomas. So when will the KYC go into effect? I think that's going to be hand in hand with the exchange. Does that sound right, Larry, what I'm saying there?
It's the first time you go to do a withdrawal. So when you first go to do a withdrawal on the exchange, you're going to have to do all that. And see, a lot of people have got the kids' wallets and stuff like that, which I always say that's fine because I've got 43 MetaMask accounts. I mean, every time I open a new business, I'll do a new MetaMask account and all that. These are just wallets. It's not like an MLM. You're not signing up your whole family. So you can move the coins around from the kids' wallets. And if you need to move them all to the one wallet that's KYC to do a withdrawal, you can
leave the kids alone. I didn't catch that.
Do that too.
Yep.
So
I would kind of have like a master KYC wallet, and yeah, because I know people are going to be interested in peer-to-peer. I know. Oh God.
Yep. Double your money in 60 days. They've had all kinds of illegal income claims.
I know some people may. I mean, I know I will want to do that. Like, I'll maybe do some special promotions, like for my team. You know, I don't know. Maybe want to send somebody some coins just because they look good.
Have a contest. Yeah, have a contest for sure.
Yep, for sure.
Right.
Okay. All right. So that was Thomas, Dr. Anna. Same question, but now on Binance. Will there be any difference between the bought coins and the gifted coins once we are on Binance? Yeah, okay, the difference between the purchase coins and the bonus coins will always be there. The exchange is just a vehicle to manage your coins, but that difference will always exist, for sure. Okay, Richard, what cities are future? That's a good question. What cities are future company events coming to? Did I hear LA? Yeah, Richard, I heard LA. I want them to come to Philadelphia because they did not, I think it was Keith or someone over the weekend was mentioning some of the cities. They didn't mention Philadelphia, but I definitely want them to come to Philadelphia. I would be more than happy to head that up. So I heard LA. I heard possibly Florida. Dallas, of course, Dallas. Yeah, right around their backyard. But and I heard New York also.
Florida.
Why didn't you mention Philly, Keith? Philadelphia is huge. Huge. And I have a lot of real estate investor buddies that would be very interested. So anyway, all right. Okay, Richard Everett. When we are live, will we have the same referral link as we do now? Yeah, nothing should change there. We should, nothing should change.
You'll get it. You'll probably have the exchange link, and when we get the MLM side done, you'll probably have like a MLM side link for the new website.
An additional link. You're saying?
Why do we have all these?
In addition to what we
Because let's be real, like how hard is it to get someone to click on one link? Right? So imagine, like, it was already silly because there was technically the two companies that you're joining with the GGMC and the GGC. Okay, that's already a lot. And now there's going to be another link for the MLM part. So that's going to be like a separate thing. Wonder if that's what Tony's coming for. But like, imagine trying to get somebody to click on 3 different links to sign up for your whatever, anything really. Like that's... These distributors are being set up to fail almost as bad as the people in Sensi right now. Nobody trusts Binance, though. Chang Peng Zhao, did I say that right? Probably not. Got a 4-month sentence for running that. He got pardoned by Trump. Nobody should be anywhere near this thing. I know. Right? 2 companies. It's technically 3 companies, as I pointed out, right? Because then you have also Tony's company. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. My back's killing me today. So then we also have Tony's company in here. That's like the finance part of this because they're getting investors to give money. So, and then they're like, and then we also have another link. No one's going to click on 3 links. Like, that's, this is too many links. Too much to ask someone right at the start. Lord.
My personality, like...
And then, like, you have to explain this all to them, too, right? And all 3 different ventures. That's why these MLMs that are, like, 10 different things all at once, I'm like, why? That's so difficult. You're making things difficult for the distributors. It's just so much more for them to explain. And then, like, they would have to explain to every single person coming in how, like, the compensation plan and all that stuff works with the MLM. Then they would have to explain the mining for the gold and apparently diamonds now, too. Who knows if that's going to be yet another one. Like, I don't know where that's coming from now. Right? So you would have to explain all that to everyone. Then you would have to turn around and explain the stupid crypto part. Like, why wouldn't you just put it all into one thing? Unless there's a lot of illegal stuff going on here and we're trying to, like, move money around or something. You know? I'm just saying. It's a little iffy. Because, like, it doesn't make sense otherwise. Like, it really doesn't. Why you would want to separate all these things from each other. It's almost like you're planning for if one of them goes down, then you can keep the other 2 afloat. Yeah, right? Like, don't give them any ideas, Violet. They all get coffee eventually. They probably got that on their list of things to get in future. You know? But it's just like, I don't understand why you would do that to your distributors. Like, it's like all these extra steps that we don't need. Don't forget the vault tours. Too bad Miles can't afford to leave Philly and go. That's the other thing. Then you have all these vault tours and you got to explain all that shit to everybody. How are you explaining all of this stuff every time that you want to sign someone up for this thing? That sounds like hell. That sounds like when I die, since I'm an atheist, I'll end up in hell, apparently. And then that's what Satan's going to do. He's going to get somebody to just explain their MLM scheme to me over and over again for the rest of eternity. And they'll talk as slow as Ash Mufara, and I'll go insane, even more insane. I'm just like, why? Because if I hear I got to do all that, I'm not joining this MLM. I'm going to go join Let AI with Randy instead. I'll have my coffee without the mushrooms, please, right? There's a few of them out now, those mushroom mushroom coffee. It's not even just organo gold anymore. Another gold. Maybe that's who they'll hook up with.
Some of those technical things are going to happen later. Guys, I'm just saying me. You don't got to be me. I don't really care about those. Like when it comes, I'll deal with it. That's because it's technical, guys, and things can change. But having said that, folks, those are great questions.
Okay, but when it comes to your business, things shouldn't be up in the air, right? You want to know everything. You want to have a plan. That would be good. Have any of you guys ever heard of having a business plan? Maybe, giving people some tasks to get things done, delegating.
Okay, Freshta, you must have gotten here really late. When can we have our first withdrawal, please? You can have your first withdrawal when the exchange goes live, which will be in March. March is a couple days away, which will be in March. Okay. Mohammed, I believe there is no prediction on the price of GGC coin when the GGC coin goes live with Binance Exchange, as the coin price will be skyrocketing, or God forbid, the reverse is people will be controlling the price, buying and selling. That's a great topic of conversation, Mohammed. I can tell you what I will most likely do. I will most likely, for lack of better words, play the exchange. However, for people that may not be as quick or sit at their computer all day, or maybe don't want to take a risk, seriously, Larry mentioned that there will be a buyback opportunity. So that would really be separate from dealing with the exchange. So if the company wanted to buy back your coins at whatever price, okay, fine. So you sell your coins back to Seth or the company at a certain price. However, if you waited to the exchange and the market price that day was $500, you
obviously at a certain price. Can't just price it myself. Funny how they choose to be specific about some things and not others, But you can't withdraw the gifted coins until a specific time. Even then, they're not even sure if you can or not. Like, they don't know anything, and this is driving me insane. I think they've answered maybe a quarter of the questions, because they don't exist anywhere except in the back office. None of the coins seem to. It's not on an exchange yet. That's worrisome to me. Buyback at 0.001 Canadian, probably less.
Would do better as long as the price was stable or going up. But Muhammad, I don't, based on what we're doing and all the assets we have protecting this coin, GGC is not going to let it crash. Even though we wouldn't be able to completely control the market price, because now we're on a live exchange. That's not going to happen. I don't see that happening. But that's a great question, Jurgana. Hopefully there will be events in Europe as well. Yeah, I love to travel, Jurgana. So there should be events in Dubai. My second home. Even though I don't have a house there yet, it's still my second home. There should be events there. Okay.
I mean, he'd wait to say more. Oh, you mean the MLM with crypto that's backed by gold? The people there love to buy? Shocked I am.
Peggy, let's do our final question here. Okay, Peggy.
Scammers in Dubai?
If we transfer our GGC from our account,
no, you can't do anything
to another GGC.
It's like, no. You just can't do anything with it. I'll just save you the time, all right? Basically, you just buy it. That's all you can do is just buy it. Just buy it and then look at it. Look at it in a website, back office, platform area. It's not an exchange yet, so I can't call it that. You just stare at it. That's what you do. You buy it and look at it and go, I'm so glad I got this. So happy with myself. And it's not even a pretty NFT with some art or something on it. So have fun with that. The Ponzi fraud capital of the world. I know, I'm like shocked. Crazy. He'll move to Dubai when he absconds with the money. That sometimes I wonder if Ash Mufara is in Dubai. Buy a floor at the Burj. I mean, there's one available. Floor 134 is available now. Never found the other one. What was it? Was it 152? I think it was. Or 151 or something. 150 something. They said that they bought 2 floors. Never found that floor.
GGC account. Will there be fees? I would think so.
I swear to God. Am I insane? I don't want to go pull it up. But I swear to God that Larry Lane has said that there would be no fees. And that was one of his very exciting reasons for joining this thing. That's why this one was better, other than the fact that it was backed by gold, which I've already proven to you it's not. And if you missed it, that's at the beginning of the video. I think it was the 6th that they did the stream, but I'm not sure. I have to double check. But I swear, Larry, I was reacting to a video of him in GGC in which he was like, there's going to be no fees. All the other ones have fees, and they're all bad. Ours doesn't have fees, so it's good. And I was like, they have fees for a reason. So how are you not paying for that? That's worrisome. So we just asked, are there going to be fees? And right away, both of them, even Larry here, starts shaking his head yes. So there are going to be fees. So what the fuck, Larry? So far tonight, the 2 main reasons why Larry Lane has joined this and is promoting it just don't exist anymore. Just poof, they're gone now. Lord.
Because it's moving to another, right, Larry?
Yeah, that'll be part of it. That's what's going to pay the fees, the 7 levels, if you move coins from wallet to wallet. I don't know what that fee will be, but again, it's going to pay commissions, so you want people in your downline transfer. The other thing I'll say too is the
fee is going to pay. Is that what he just said? He meant the business is paying commissions. Lord, for a second, it sounds like he says that you're going to have to pay the fee, because that will pay your commission. And like, if that's what he said, that's not right. That's, oh, for fuck's sakes, Larry.
reason we're looking at the MLM side, and we're going to have all these amazing packages, all these training, learning about tokenization. You'll be able to.
Let's go live and do a question and answer, but we don't know the answers. Like, why?
Earn enough money is the hopes. You're making enough money that you don't ever have to touch your coins, because you want your coins to go to $10,000, $100,000. You want those sitting there, and if you need to pull them out later, but that's the purpose of the MLM.
But you don't want to be a part of anything that's connected to Grant Cardone. We don't like him here.
Side is to make the money, so you don't have to worry about I need to go sell a coin and all that stuff, because that always keeps our coins stronger. So.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, team. If you're able to do it, I know everybody's financial situation is different, but if you're able to, again, I'll just use this quick 10-second example. I mean, there were things I had to do like 7, 8 years ago. By the grace of God, I don't have to do now. Man, if I didn't have to sell my Bitcoin back then,
Yeah, everybody had Bitcoin back then, didn't they?
I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I mean, I'd be involved in,
You know, you probably still would be. Just something tells me.
online marketing space. I just think I would be probably just doing live seminars or around the world. Anyway,
See that clock behind Larry? It actually steals your time.
Dr. Anose here again. Here I come again. Since Binance will list only one GGC
So you know the poster behind him there that says, if you want to go big, stop thinking. That's what he really means.
coin, how will bought coins and gifted coins be treated
Yeah, I'm roasting you because you guys are so boring at this point.
differently? I'll say this, Dr. Anose. Okay,
You don't know the answer to this one for sure either? How do you not know anything? Like, I don't understand how you don't know, though. And then, like, why you would be here if you don't know. Like I ask everyone that. Well, I thought I was crazy because I joined 2 MLMs and I knew. Like, I was like, these are MLMs and this is what they're selling and this is what I'll be doing. And that sounds like a really great time. I can't wait. I'll sign up right now. I don't understand just joining in something that isn't happening yet. It doesn't really have a product. Really, does it? And you don't know anything at all. Like, literally, you're at a question and answer session and you're asking questions and they're like, I don't know that now. I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. Like, don't do that. If they can't answer all of your questions, especially if they're expecting you to run a business here. So don't seem weird to you that you're supposed to be running a business here. And when you ask a question about the business that you're supposed to be running, they don't have the answer. Or in other MLMs, they'll almost get mad at you for asking. And it's like, no, but you're asking me to run a business with all this. So I kind of have to know things about it, don't I? Like, is that crazy? Stop joining things if you don't really understand them, please. I know that they tell you you don't have to understand. It's just like so easy. That's a red flag. That means you don't have to understand that we're scamming you. It'll be really easy when we steal all your money. That's what that means. Okay, please. Because it's like, the amount of startup companies that I have covered over the last few years is getting ridiculous. And it's just a constant running theme of people that are like, I have no clue what this is. I have no clue who owns it. I have no clue what I'm going to be doing here. I don't even know what the products are, and neither do they, but I'm all in and my future is dependent on this. You know, like something's going on that we need to stop. We need to bring critical thinking back. Do they teach that in school still? I've been out of college for like 15 years. So like, are they still teaching that? We need to do that again. We need to make sure something's not right, because you should always be allowed to ask questions, especially if, like I said, this is for a business you're supposed to be running. So you're supposed to answer these questions when other people have them. You got to be knowledgeable about what you're doing. I know, crazy concept, but I promise. Questions are broke mindset. Close, Sam. 24-karat coffee filter. They would probably be better for them to sell that at this point. At least I can see that. I can hold it. It's tangible. As Ashman Farah used to say, tangible products.
They will be treated
physical,
differently.
Tangible fidget.
And I know there are like a code classification, like in your back office, that can distinguish between the two. Again, I don't know how tech or support's going to do that. I just know they will. Like, do you agree, Larry? I know they'll be able to distinguish between the two.
It'll almost be like a coin balance, and it's going to say what's available by what you've purchased. So your available balance will be this amount that you've purchased. But Mark will also mark guess when we get ready to hit exchanges and all that. There will be videos.
I don't think he wanted to know like the code that the IT guys were going to use to code the back office for that to get there. Like that was kind of a question that it would be silly if it wasn't in there. So you could have just been like, yeah, probably we need that information, right, Larry? It just seemed weird the way that he went about answering that. He tried to make it all like techie for some reason. It's really not. And I don't think the person that asked meant it in that way. It's bizarre.
Is explaining it, training, moving your coins and all that. They're working on all that to already be in our back office. So
yeah, and Mark is a wizard.
Brilliant.
It's pretty basic stuff that you would have in your exchange. So I'm confused as to why I had to get so technical there. I think that's not what they were asking.
I mean, he is just
weird.
We had, like, by the way, Larry, we had incredible dinner, like 3 hours we were there. And man, like, talk about a background, the stuff I learned from him. And it's almost like if you ask him a business question, not even related to crypto, he can get
It's almost like, guys, listen. It's almost like when he does his question and answer sessions, he actually answers the questions that people ask. It's amazing. Never seen anything like it. Craziness.
give you an answer. And it's a true right answer. Just amazing.
Oh my God. And it's the right answer of all the answers to give.
Amazing. We're just
about, we want to call him his. I got to take this. It's one of the Winklevoss twins. I mean, he deals in the circles that we want to be dealing in. So to have him and Gary Kramer, who's this.
How many twins do you think Larry knows? A lot, believe it or not. Excuse me. You have to remember, Larry and Gary were on the set of Jack and Jill, which was basically a whole movie about twins. And I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but they basically did a huge casting call at that time where like everyone who was a twin and was in like showbiz in any way showed up, and they had like hundreds of twins on the set. So you got to wonder, I often wonder when he says little things like this, if it is like someone that he met in Hollywood, you know, in their past, because they pick up people along the way. Everyone picks up people along the way. I have friends from every stage of my life, from every like area I've been and everything. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are like that too. You guys are friends, right? So like, it's the same thing with someone like Larry. He goes from set to set to set, meets new people. It's like Tom Brooks when he was in Organo Gold and he was signing up all of the people that were on the 90 Day Fiancé set. All of the people on the set, like the cast, they were all getting signed up to Organo Gold. The camera guys, the production, and like everybody was getting signed up for this thing and buying the mushroom coffee. So I'm like, is Larry like getting all of the people that he's met along the way and like in Hollywood and on his commercials and all that, you know, signed in on all of these? Just his whole social network. Like how many have they signed up for, you know? Makes you wonder. When you want to withdraw, they hand you a shovel and you have to come to South Africa and dig up your gold. Right? That's the only time you get it. Otherwise, they become gifted. And then it stays in the back. You can't pull it out then. You have to dig up 1 ton of ore to get half an ounce of gold. I'm down to 2 friends. I'm fine with it. That's okay. As you get older, you get less and less friends. You know, you lose some along the way. Not even because of fights or anything. You know, sometimes you just lose track because everybody gets married and has children and grows up into adults with careers. And then you realize it's been like 2 years since you talked to somebody. It happens. I wonder if twins are genetically predisposed to scamming. I wonder if these ones are. Because if you heard in my live stream where we celebrated their birthday the other day, their dad was big on MLM. He used to have them at 10 years old, Gary and Larry and his brother. They have another brother. And they basically used to help him package up all the MLM stuff. So, there is something there. You know, this is a 2nd generation MLM commercial cultist. Unfortunately.
Matt, you know, financial guy. We've got all the pieces to the puzzle.
That's Tony Drexler Smith, the financial guy. That's him. He's not even a financial guy, as I put in my article, which is linked in the description. Do go and give it a quick read because it has a few other nuggets in there that you might want to see that would make this presentation more ridiculous. But I gave you everything you needed to know, especially about the not being backed up by gold. Lord. Are the 2 guys Cuba Gooding Jr. and Patrick Antonius? Maybe.
That's what I said when I first went to Vegas in December. Again, I said it. I don't care if a monkey came up with the idea. The people that are in this room are going to make this happen in a massive way, and we're all part of it.
Yeah, they had a big meetup in Vegas. I think I have a picture of it. I'll see if I can find it quickly. They had a big meeting in Vegas where they got together, you know. They got together. I know I have it on here. I have to locate the photo. I have so many pictures of the Lane twins on here right now. It's actually ridiculous how many pictures on my computer of the Lane twins. I haven't deleted anything since I made my video. So it's a little bit messy. Shit. If I can't find it in the next second. There it is. There it is. All right, I'll put it in the desktop so that I can get to it easy. Let me just, for a second, I'll show you. They went to Vegas. They had a big meet and greet, and this is the photo that we have from it. This right here. So I've used this for thumbnail from the other day, but all these people in the background here apparently are in this scam. Can't help but notice that there's a lot of elderly people here. Probably a lot of people that don't know cryptocurrency. I mean, I don't know cryptocurrency. And trust me, I have tried. I have really tried. And I don't know cryptocurrency. I can understand the stock market, but I have a hard time trusting cryptocurrency. And therefore, I'm always like, yeah, but how do we know that that's happening? And they're like, well, you just got to trust I don't trust anyone. Cuba's definitely yelling, show me the money! Pretty soon the rest of them will be yelling, where is the money? That's it. It is. So I thought I would just bring that up again. I think Larry is on the left and Gary is on the right. I might be wrong though. Don't quote me on that. I've been trying to tell them apart. They're very identical. People my age, I see. I mean, there's no one my age. I'm turning 40, but let's be real. Most people look much older than that here. They just turned 51, so just drinking Clamato. That's right. I think that's what that is. I think I see John Barilla and Pat Barrett. It does kind of look like that, right? It kind of does. It definitely is. I'd say definitely a 50 plus crowd. Because like even the people like not even just directly behind them, but if you look like kind of over the further seats kind of to the left there, like everyone there, like they can't be younger than 50. Some of them don't quite look 60, but let's be real. Ain't nobody there younger than me. That's for sure. I get older on Monday. Happy birthday. So yeah, they went, they had a great time, obviously. They took this wonderful picture. And so yeah, there was that. That happened.
Speaking of that, like he reached out to me today and he's very like detailed about times and this and that, and you know, he gets up at
the way that you're so into how detailed he is and how much he knows and stuff, it's just so ironic as we're sitting here watching this question answer session where you're not answering anything, you know? It's like, okay, so you think he's really cool for doing that. He's supposed to be one of your mentors here. Maybe try to be like him a little bit. Learn a couple things. I don't know. Isn't that what they're for? But instead, he's just like marvels in it. I don't know.
4 o'clock in the morning, and he wanted to speak to me about something. And just like Larry, when Mark Dess talked,
did he just say it was 4 in the morning and he wanted to speak to him about something? Is that what I just heard? Sorry, I have to hear that again because what the fuck?
Speaking of that, like he reached out to me today, and he's very like detailed about times and this and that, and you know, he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and he wanted to speak to me about something. And just like Larry, when Mark Dess talks or wants to, I listen. Like whatever, like Mark, I'll make time for you. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, because he is in California. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, I think we might be. Did I miss anything? Okay, yeah. So Dr. Anazay answered that question. Okay, so Everett, when we go live on Binance, will we still get 1 for 1 on the coins or purchase on referrals? No. Well, I can tell you, Everett, there'll be no multiplier once we. Well, okay, let me back up. First, it's going to be our exchange. The multiplier stops. Then Binance later.
I don't understand this system where you just make an exchange and then you make a coin and then you put your coin on that exchange and then you decide what it's worth and then you sell it. Like that's just a scam. Yet there's like hundreds and I don't understand. Because even if you were to register this exchange and everything, like, what's the company? What just happened? Okay. Are we good? Says it's having trouble. All right. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, StreamYard. You're just fucking with me all night. I just went and checked, and I heard myself. I don't know. I'm sorry if I messed up for a second. I just got a message that said they had trouble streaming me to YouTube, and now we're okay. And I don't know why that would be.
So no multipliers at that point. That's why you want to purchase all.
And then there's like multiplier. Like, this is what I mean. Then we're adding in multipliers, just random things that make the coin worth more. Like, what do you mean? Like it's so scammy to me.
All the coins you can right now. Grab those bonus.
And, hey, Miles, I've done the math. Even though it's $100 per coin now, the multiplier is bigger. So you're actually getting more coins now than when you got it for 50. A lot.
Like, I don't understand. And then they just give out coins. And I'm like, well, how are you just giving out coins? And then they're like, oh, and the coins are going up in value, and there's more multipliers now. We'll add more multipliers for the coins. And I'm like, how is this all happening if we haven't even gotten live? Like, that would be like, because I have to compare it to stocks, right? And things like actual gold and whatnot, you know what I mean? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you would be in jail if you tried to pull that with, like, what the fuck? What is going on over here, damn it?
More. So, yeah.
It is. And plus they have that 12x.
And we got to deal with this shit just because Trump wanted to have a coin. Lord. Like, Canada just copies the US for their laws in terms of this. All of us kind of try to stay within similar laws. And that's so that we can all do free trade across to each other. You know what I mean? But it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Anazay, please check on this. It is very important because as soon as...
Please check on all of this. You don't know what the fuck's going on. How this presentation has been, I don't know.
As we list GGC on Binance, our control is going. Of course, Dr. Anazay, I will... I definitely will check on that for you. Okay, Richard, confirming after 1 million wallets, big finance will get involved. Larry, can you expand?
That's just going to help us. Honestly, like when
It's a really good thing Larry is here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten any fucking answers. Lord, it's ridiculous.
you go to an exchange like Binance, if you've got 1 million wallets, that's just a feather in your cap. It helps you get in there faster. We would get on regardless because we've got set. We just have a goal by the time April gets.
Fuck would you have? Why would you have 1 million wallets, Larry? It's just, I also don't know why do we have all these different wallets? If somebody told me that they had 1 million different wallets, I would be like, this person is money laundering. Like, imagine being like, I have 17 bank accounts. Like, if somebody told you that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be like, what's this bitch into? Like, what's going on with this person's finances here? That seems a little excessive. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't understand how you can be like, yeah, crypto, let's go.
Here we want to have 1 million wallets. I think we're at 620,000 right now. So, yeah.
I thought you had 20,000 people from India. Now it's your entire team at 20,000. We're just lying about things. Larry, are you like Chris Johnson and you just get all hyped up and then start making this shit up as you go? Like, what is going on, Larry? Because even your thing about no fees is now there's fees. You know what I mean? Like, what? Do you know what's going on? Are we being led astray here? Neither of them know what's going on. They're tricking us.
I'm just talking to the team because they're like, Miles, you didn't answer the question right. Okay, let me go back. Okay, they're saying.
Oh no, we upset people.
That's just a feather in your cap. It helps you get in there faster. We would get on regardless because we've got set. We just have a goal by the time April gets here. We want to have 1 million wallets. I think we're at 620,000 right now. So, yeah.
I'm just talking to the team because they're like, Miles, you didn't answer the question right. Okay, let me go back. Okay, they're saying Everett's asking about referrals, not the multiplier. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. Take it.
Some drama happening. They were like, you're not answering it right. That's not even what they were asking about. Excuse me, sir. It's like, okay, we'll go back.
Deep breath, guys. Relax. Let's go back and let's answer Everett's question correctly. When we go live on Binance, will we still get 1-for-1 on coins purchased on our referrals?
Hey, Miles, can I hit that one? I got it.
Yeah, of course.
So
please.
right now, what we're doing right now because of the multiplier, that's the reason right now we're not doing the 10%, the 5%, the 3%, because that's going to be automatic on the exchange. What they are doing right now on all of your personals, whatever they purchase, if they buy 1,000 coins, you're getting 1,000 coins. That will also stop when the exchange goes live.
He really likes spirit fingers. Sometimes I just take my hands and I put them under my armpits and then I just go. Sorry.
There won't be any more matches and there won't be any more.
If you don't get the beam, then you can just think that I'm crazy. That's what everyone else does.
It's going to be a 1-to-1, and you know what I'm saying? But now remember, I said this before, you could sign up somebody for free and then they bring in somebody that understands the 7 levels on the wallet. If that person moves 1,000 people under your wallet, every time those wallets are moving, you're making 7 levels. So the exchange is going to be very, very powerful. And again, you could put in somebody that doesn't know anything about crypto, but they bring in one big monster crypto person that puts 1,000 people in the exchange. That's going to pay you forever.
This is awesome, guys. I'm just thinking, I just need Larry's approval. I would think other people
until we crash, and then I take off with all your money. Like, what the fuck?
People would want to hear what we're talking about on this meeting. So,
I need this recording because I say this about 50,000 times.
You got it, brother. You got. I will get you. I will get you this recording. And Everett, I blame you. Everett, you didn't say matching. That's what threw me. Matching. Okay. So anyway, we answered your question. Everett's asking about referrals. Okay.
Again, it's just the two. I don't understand. And I don't understand how they can give away the coins as you're buying the coins. Like if I buy 10 of something and then you give me 10 of those things for free on top of that, and that's just how it works. Something weird's going on,
Okay. Oscar, thank you guys for answering all these questions. Oscar, you're very welcome, brother. You're very welcome. Did
I miss the actual answers of several of them? Because
very welcome, Muhammad. Very welcome. Okay.
Muhammad.
Any other questions, folks? We covered a lot.
Did more than probably at the convention.
Yeah. I wasn't.
That's problematic. What were you guys doing at the convention then? Just hanging out?
I'm going to say it because the convention they spent a lot of time talking about the hedge fund and micro venture capital. But yeah, I think we nailed it, guys. This was a very, very good meeting.
Nailed it! Like, sure.
If there's something you could not,
the fuck was that edit? That was crazy.
Think of, you just forgot to ask. Well, you can just send it to me, folks.
Yeah, we just forgot to ask. I have a question. How is this not a scam? Can you explain again about the gold backing it?
And if I can answer it, I will. If not, I'll send it to Larry.
Yeah, why are you lying about it being backed by gold? Seems like a weird thing to lie about. I doubt there's a vault. Can I go see the vault? Fuck the mining. I want to go see the vault.
You're very welcome, Michael. You're welcome, Sophia. Okay, last call, guys. Any other questions? I haven't eaten dinner yet, even though it's 9 o'clock at night. So let me know. And all good? Everybody?
Just 90s memes.
Everybody's good? You folks excited? Courses. What do you mean by courses? Okay, expand on that. What do you mean by courses? You mean the training courses? Okay, what's your question about courses? Or you just like the word? Sure.
Yeah, no, they're just putting.
Yes, there will be plenty of courses. Mark loves to teach. I love to teach as well. Who knows?
Courses to teach what? The MLM part? Like, you're not going to have to actually go mine the gold and diamonds as far as I know. So you don't have to learn how to do that. What courses, that's the other thing. If you're only doing one coin, and depending on the one coin to go up in value to make you rich, I don't really understand why you would be trading the coins among yourselves. That's weird to me. This whole thing's strange. But then, what would you need courses in? I could maybe understand if you were going into the crypto market. Although I don't like the fact that there's crypto coaches, because they're teach very much the same things as MLMs, and they can get just as culty, honestly, those coaching programs. But at the same time, that makes more sense to me, because they usually teach people, how to spot a scammy coin and what coins are good versus bad coins and how to trade one coin for a different kind of coin. Okay? I don't understand these kind of coin buy-in MLM systems. Because it's but you're not going to be trading this coin for other coin like Bitcoin. Because you're on your own exchange. So I'm very confused. What would the training be? Tell me what that looks like.
You may want me to do something. Maybe on personal development. People need it. We'll have more details coming.
Oh, personal development. Oh, yeah. Everyone needs personal development from an MLM company that lies about their crypto being backed by gold and diamonds. I'm sure they'll teach me real well. How to have no morals, no ethics.
Everett, trust me, brother. We'll have more.
That's who I want to learn from, Larry Lane.
Larry, you are welcome on our meetings. Okay. Larry, they love you, brother.
Anytime Miles needs me, I'm telling you, he's my number one team, so number one producer. So you guys are all amazing. So thank you.
Now, I just want to be sure before we let you go, Larry, because I know how you twins can be. I am talking to Larry, right?
I'm here too now. Be careful.
Oh, there he is.
Do they live with each other? But one of them was married.
He's always right here. He's off camera always.
Is he just dating someone for a long time?
I just want to be sure, because I might want to tell Larry something personal. I don't want to tell Gary. So
the very first question, if it was Gary, that would have probably been dead air. Miles would have been like, "This is not Larry."
Sonia, my beautiful wife Sonia says she can tell the difference between you two. I don't know how, but remember, she's a twin as well. She says something about I think, Larry, your mouth on the end kind of goes up a little bit, and Gary's doesn't. I never.
And our noses are different. So, but our mom would always know us apart, but our dad would say, "Hey, you," or whichever one you are. Our dad never knew us apart. So
I never noticed that. Okay, all good. All right. Well, thank.
He was too busy with the MLM he was in. The other one is Mary. Yes, Gary. I know their parents did that to them, Gary and Larry. I can see it now. They are going to migrate their exchange to Binance, and we know how migrations go. See, but that's the thing, is that they keep talking about how they're going to go on to Binance, and I'm like, okay, but then you have your own exchange. So I don't understand what we're doing. Everything's just very strange here. They don't know either, though, it seems. You just have to wait 5 years for your money, probably.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Thanks, everybody.
I appreciate it, brother. I can't tell you how much. We all appreciate you. Big hand clap to Larry. I know Gary's in the back. All right, folks, that's it.
Everybody.
Yep, that's it. Thank you, Larry. Stay blessed.
Thank
And I'll
God.
see all of you folks at the top.
Good night.
At the
Bye, everybody.
top, where your ears will pop. Okay, so this is what I mean. Like right now, they're just like handing out the coins. Does that not mess with like what they're worth? Like, I don't understand. But as you can see here, we have this. Claim your $100 gift in gold-backed crypto. I need a screenshot of this, because literally this is an illegal claim, because it is not backed by gold. And that is an issue. Okay, they say that they are not backed by gold. I can't even believe that you would have a presentation where in the disclaimer it says that, and then you would try to be like, oh, well, don't worry, guys, everything's fine, it's all backed by gold. Like, I don't understand that. Right here, this part. Hopefully, I'm pointing at the actual document on my screen. Global Gold Coin is a digital asset that is not registered with the SEC. The GGC digital asset is not. It's not. No, baby, no. Not backed by actual gold reserves at this time. The coin matching program is subject to terms and conditions of the GGC operating agreement. Then you can also get a trip to a city club if you buy some coins. Finfire Inc. has been engaged for compliance review and due diligence services. Prospective investors should conduct their own due diligence and consult with their own legal, tax, and financial advisors before making any investment decisions. The MVCF is providing investment funds to GGC as one of its portfolio companies. It is a separate company from GGC and is not liable for any representations or offerings that may be made by GGC, but it is, because you can't just put that. Because then who does it have as contact here? Well, the first person is Tony Drexel Smith, who's MVCF. So, why is that, Tony? That's weird. Then it's Gary Kramer, and then it's TJ Mars. But there you have it. The Micro Venture Capital Fund convertible note carries investment risks. So yeah, invest today. Should be great. You know? Gary and Larry, they got your best interest in mind. You know, it sucks. They need the seed money to buy fake Chinese gold, probably. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's really all I got for you guys today. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. While we reacted to that, I definitely wanted to put that out there. I know I keep saying that we're going to do flat earth, and hopefully we will very soon. Very, very soon. But tomorrow it is Friday. Yes, it is. So we will definitely be doing our usual Friday with the Sayers of May show. So I hope to see you guys all then. I hope that you all have a fabulous, amazing rest of your night. And that I didn't bore you to shit. I think it's important to, hear what they have to say, hear the promises that they're making. It's like when we covered all the other schemes that I've covered on this channel. I hope that you guys are having a lovely, lovely day. And I will see you tomorrow for Friday with the Stairs and May. Woo woo! Thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe if you're new. Think of joining the members. I would love it if you would do that. And I will see you all very, very soon. Tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye. Like the things! We may never know, Sam!